Welcome everyone to Islands. We have a couple 2K players. I don't know who these guys are, but wanted to cast an Islands game. Today we have two players mirror matchup of Italians here, and we're gonna speed up just a little bit through the Dark Age and let us get into the next part. But now we're not. We're gonna go at a normal speed, and we're gonna watch the build order a little more closely than normal. Both players are Italians. Got red against green. Got these big islands in the middle that can play a pretty important part later in the game if this goes super long. This gold and this relic gonna really matter a lot. And you can see both players, neither player doing too much different. Although both players 3 on wood and 6 on food, as you would expect. Pushing in the zebra. So, and also just straight. That's so interesting. Straight to the rhinoceros and zebra for KW, our red player here. And now KW going way out for dock position. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, this is okay. So I think the dock is going to go here. That way the fish, if it goes here, that's just bad. But if it goes here or here, right here is where I'd like to see the dock, if it's for fish position. So KW going to be getting the dock out a little bit earlier, but having a little bit worse efficiency because of that. Because this has been a long hike. A very long hike. And, oh, it's going to be right here. Right? Waiting on wood, KW waiting on wood. Heading further up, sees the shoreline, or the edge of the world line. And it's probably going to be here. So, kind of a side dock. A side dock, not a back dock. Back dock you do for very safe fish. Now, on islands, this generation of islands anyway, the only place to do a back dock here for KW would have only given 2 deep fish. Now, our green player could have back docked here and gotten this deep fish, this deep fish, this deep fish, and this one 4. It's a little bit more advantageous versus like maybe 3, I guess you could say, in about the same area. A fishing ship on the way for both players, so very even so far to this point. The next elephant coming in, and still 6 sheep remaining. Only 4 remaining over here for a green player. So difference in build orders, but both players at this point 6 on wood and 11 on food versus 6 on wood and 10, 11 on food. So, well, 12. More than that on food. 14 on food, including fishing ships and this villager here. Same thing here. Both players. Here. KW scouting out a few more deep fish. Dropping the house. A very similar thing for both players. So, looks like you go 6 onto wood. And then everybody onto food. Okay. So I don't really have a proper build order for islands, so I was interested in analyzing that a little bit better. And both players on the way to the feudal age at about the exact same moment. However, our green player with 1 more villager because KW has gotten loom. Now, why would you get loom on islands? Interesting question. Was loom a research to transport? Are we going to see a landing? Okay. Heading out towards the lumber camp. I think at this point, expect to see another dock being added by each player, and I'm not seeing that, but I would expect to see that. And them going to gold. So gold. KW is doing a little bit what I expect. Going to gold, adding a second dock. Yep, indeed. So perfect. And our green player adding a second dock, going to gold. So, yep, both players adding a second dock, going to gold. This seems a little bit late. Doesn't seem like it's going to get up. 30 seconds. Can you build a dock in 30 seconds? Looks like it. It looks like it. So, both players pretty much identical strategies here, which you expect on islands. And I don't think either player has scouted where the other player's dock is. No. Neither player has scouted the other player's dock. So we're going to see a galley opening from both just straight into the galleys. And they figure they're farther away from each other. They're not, they're not sharing this area here or this area here. Since they're here and here, you can go galley opening. It doesn't look like either player is transporting at this point. You would have already seen the transport, I believe, and the villagers heading across pretty generally. So it looks like a pretty standard water matchup. Only 3 fishing ships for green, right? 3 fishing ships. So very conservative on the fishing ships versus the 5 we see for red. And I like that for red. Seems like you might as well make that investment, and as long as, might as well make that investment as long as you are able to produce galleys, and red KW is producing more galleys. Not just producing galleys, producing more galleys, and KW in on the fishing ships. 1 fishing ship already down for our green player. Over 2 galleys coming out here. What are we going to see over here? I think these galleys are going to pop just in time. Yes. These 2 galleys here are going to get pushed away. Both players, no. Green, though. Green is getting fletching in first. And these 2 galleys, pretty even with these 2. But these 2 are getting beat by these 3 if this one comes and joins the party. Fletching is in, though, for green, and that makes a pretty big difference. But 2 of the 3 fishing ships, no, all 3 fishing ships are down. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah. Ooh, and that's not great. Green is gonna need this goat here pretty directly. As both players still on that. 6 galleys up against 6 galleys. Very even 6v6 fight, and HP's in favor of red, however, fletching in favor of green. So just such an even fight. Now, it's 8 versus 6, and that is not even. Fletching does seem to make a pretty significant difference here, but red maintaining his lead in this little galley battle. But reinforcements coming in for green. Red still has the HP lead, but needs to get fletching. You want to continue this fight, you got to get fletching. Red now backing up, just little battles here, back and forth, trying to build up. Now, both players are going to be looking at building up towards the next age as well, because that's the next important thing. Looks like KW is macroing just a bit better behind this with 36 instead of 32 villagers, and that comes down to KW. It was able to keep his fishing ships alive, whereas green was not. 0 fishing ships out here for green and 3 docks for KW. KW is not using all 3 docks all the time, so maybe a waste, but was able to get that early advantage because of the 3 docks, so I don't think it was. I think those 3 docks were why KW was able to get the fishing ship kills and didn't lose his own. 10, and yeah, I'd say KW is definitely looking at going up to Castle Age, but green, who I said was behind, sold stone, sold stone, used the market heavily to get his way up to the Castle Age ahead of KW. KW not selling stone, and going to be getting up in just a moment, but there's probably going to be about a minute difference, and that minute can be pretty massive in these water battles. However, the eco going stronger and stronger in favor of KW. KW didn't have the buildings, just now dropping a market, has the blacksmith dropping a market now to get up, so it's going to be about a minute and a half to 2 minute time difference in these little micro battles back and forth. Red with the HP advantage. Green seems to have a bit of a micro advantage if I'm just trying to judge it here. But red seems to always have a ship advantage. He's still 12 now. Green does 13 to 12 on the military count. So red holding off on production for just a moment. You've got to get your production back up because you're going to be behind to the Castle Age. 2 minutes behind, well, a minute and 40 seconds or so behind, so this is going to be tight. 4th dock now coming down for red, and only a 3rd one now for green, so red will have the dock advantage, but at the same time, the ship advantage is in favor of green right now. And so is the timing. So this is the crucial moment. We've got an probably about a 7 eco lead. As these fishing ships, they probably need to run. Like, just, no, they're going to die now. These 5 fishing ships are about to die. They don't get out of there. 1. Yeah, the 5 fishing ships are about to die. I don't know if this was a bait to buy himself some time or what, to not take the eco fight, but the fishing ships die, evening up the eco, and because neither person has real idle time. Ballistics already in for green. Ballistics and Bodkin in for green. War Galley as well. Now, the ships. Ooh, a Fire Galley switch from red. Now we see a deviation in strategy. Interesting. So we're going to see Fire Galleys. We're going to see the War Galley upgrade, which upgrades your, well, the Warship upgrade. Well, Capture Age still reading it as War Galley. I think that's been updated in-game. But Capture Age still reading that as War Galley. Few villagers have died now, so the eco lead is now in favor of green by 3-2. But a second town center coming up for KW, which will ensure him the eco lead as the game continues. War Galley on the way, fire ships on the way. So this pop could be pretty devastating to green, who does indeed have a military lead. And the pop is now, it's a surround on green's navy, but is it in time? The fire ships aren't engaging. You've got to get the fire ships in there. And this is a big clear up, I think, for green, because red's army, only part of it's engaging. I think he hit the patrol to here hotkey instead of to here. And red losing a lot of ships, but now engaging with the fire ships, forcing green into this little choke point, but not enough at the bottom to hold green in. And green just continuing with a KD lead, but red continuing with the fire ship production. And fire ships, pretty strong, but you're going to need a whole lot more of them. This is not a good situation for red. Well down in military and down in eco as well by 3. Not badly down, but still down. And one of the eco is just a fishing ship that's sailing around just for fun. And the fire ship's unable to engage. They're not working out for you. You've got to try to get a surround on with these things. More villagers going out to the berries, which is still a mistake, and dropping. But 2 town centers versus 1. So, can red make something happen with an eventual eco lead? Up against the 1, 2, 3. It's still only 3 docks. So the dock advantage is there already for red. With 4 docks, he just has to be able to use them. And here's a little bit of a surround. Nope, nope. And if he sends the next ones here, didn't do it. Demolition ships now coming out, so this has to be a switch back into galleys for red. Because the demo ships will just devastate these fire galleys. And yeah, massive hits! Massive hits right there. This is why water maps are, you know, generally looked on as not that fun. Because now what does red do? Red is just almost 10 ships behind. Can't fight with the same ship because he's behind. Can't fight with the other ship because fire ships don't counter galleys well enough. War galleys are just the superior ship at the end of the day. You've got to get fast fires to counter them. But fast fires are an Imperial Age ship. It's so tough to come back on water. Are we going to be able to see it or not? The eco lead's still in favor of our green player, even with the 2 TCs now for quite a while, but red has 4 minutes of idle TC time. And this doesn't look that good. The production's even stalling out to some degree. More docks are going to need to be added somewhere. A castle's going to need to be added, like here. These fire ships are sailing around looking for something to do, but there's nothing back there to do. Would have hid them here maybe and tried to get a sandwich with these few. And red just trying to save as much of his navy as he can. He's not even trying to fight. He's just running. with all of his ships, losing all of his docks, and not on stone. Well, 7 on stone now. Just now transitioned to stone. Going for the monastery, so gonna try to make a play happen. And I think this is now a race to Imperial Age. Has to be a race to Imperial Age. The ecos are now even. I don't know what else you do but race to Imperial Age. I think that's got to be your only option, right? This gold mine's in danger. This one's still safe. This wood line's in danger. This stone mine is almost in danger. So yeah, it's definitely just a race to Imperial Age. Try to get to Imperial Age and have a fast fire switch. It's the only option at this point. So these ships continue to dominate. These ships continue to sail around and do nothing. And we are going to need to see a castle on the shoreline somewhere, but that's always going to be risky. Monastery University being dropped, so Imperial Age is not that far off, and then a whole bunch of docks are going to need to be added somewhere far, far away from the battle, but these ships are going to be sailing around looking for that. See, here they come already speedy, flying across there.
You can resign again.
Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Drops the 105. I don't know if these guys know each other or not, but we just caught somebody dropping the 105. But red on the way to Imperial Age. This is not GG. All right, because fast fire ships are good. Sorry about the pause. Fast fire ships are dominant. Green's got to be like, what are you doing? But you got to know. You have to know, right? At this point, you just have to know exactly what's up. This is always what happens. The player who loses water goes for this fast fire timing if they have fast fires. If they don't have fast fires, it's just GG. But if you got fast fires, you go for the fast fire timing. But now you got to have the docks down. You have 0 docks, red. You need docks. You need like 8 docks. Dropping houses now. Not what you want to see. Seriously though, you need about 8 docks. Okay, there's the castle. Good castle position. Secures this gold. And then from this castle, green could deny this so easily, but not spread out along the shoreline. Also, why was he not here? Like, this is the obvious place to be. This castle's going up. And the docks are going to go up behind it. And fast fire ship's going to be in. And then we'll see what happens. These galleys sailing across suddenly find, oh, there's a castle there. Okay. And a lot, yep. Careening coming in this dock. You gotta have a lot more docks. Yep, they're being added there. Nice, nice, nice. You gotta add docks everywhere you can and hope you get them up and keep them up long enough to get fast fire ship in. Imperial Age is in. These docks aren't up. Fast fire ship on the way. Stock being repaired just so careening can make it through. And careening makes it. Docks being added everywhere. And this is not quite over. And green realizes, hey, I might have dropped the 105 a little bit too soon. Selling everything, trying to get the resources. He has them. Does he not know? Waiting for 800 gold. This is a massive misplay. He's Italians. You don't need 800 gold. Now he clicks. Just a massive misread there. Italians don't need all that. And fast fire ships finding the engagement. Massive engagement. This isn't over yet, green. 105. What are you talking about? You can resign again yourself, bud. The green ships backing up right into more fast fire ships, and red with not that bad of an eco deficiency now dominating on water as the fast fire ships wreck everything. Now there's this whole navy over here and this navy over here, so it's not completely cleaned up yet, but oh, it will be. Oh, it will be. And the fast fire ship's already forward on the docks of green, cutting off reinforcements, taking out fishing ships, because yeah, green added those, which is, you should, but now they're dead. And these ships need to be taken care of, and these need to be taken care of. But they will be. Alright. This is the timing. You've got, now, 1 minute and 20 seconds. You've got to clean everything up. You've got to get a big lead and then switch into Galleon, I think. And I think that's what we're going to see. The dock's getting destroyed. It's going to be a fire ship switch for green, but you can't go fire ships. No, it's too late for that, bud. It's too late for that. Now, what's the situation? Score's almost even, but green just 30 seconds from Imperial Age, which will give him a massive score jump. Red has taken the score lead, 105. I don't think so, bud. I don't think so. Dock's going down for green. Building fishing ships, buddy, what are you doing? My guy, he's got to build more docks, and he's doing so. He's got to make the same play that Red made, except he's got a bigger advantage. Now, back with the score lead, but Red takes it right back. Fast fire ship is on the way in now, but it's got to be heavy demo, right? Oh, Italians don't have heavy demo. That's the one thing Italians are missing. And here, it's got to send some fire ships out here. If you drop some fast fire ships, where's the production? Red's not producing, and that's concerning because, yeah, it's 26-16 on the military, but green is going to be producing in a big hurry, and green has all these galleys still roaming around. Dry dock, they've realized this is going to be a game, and war galley on the way out over here, and this needs to be just a few more fast fires, but transport ships. Ooh, Red gonna be taking the center control. I'm guessing the center control, and now he's found the docks. He realizes the docks, and he's got to put his foot back on the gas pedal of production. And it's war galleys. Galleon on the way in yet? No, not yet. More docks are needed. Red is misplaying this. He's done what he needed to do, and I think he's misplayed it just a little bit. This castle here to secure this gold, and it'll be alright, I think. There's a big water fight coming in now. Fast fires versus fast fires. War galley versus war galley. Bracer on the way in for both, as you both want to eventually get to a bigger galleon mass. But that's not what we're saying. And these war galleys are not... No, this is going to swing right back in favor of green because so much of this navy is out of position. More docks are going to need to be added. These transport ships, somebody get on the transport and get yourself across there and build your castle because you're going to need that in a hurry. No, Red maintaining a military lead, but a lot of it's just back here not doing that much. Red losing control here, but oh, he's not bothering with the center control. He's going all the way to his opponent's island. Can green see this? Oh, yeah, he can. He's got an outpost here. That outpost spots it out, but can he stop it? Has he noticed it? He doesn't seem to have noticed it yet. I don't think he's noticed it. He's too focused over here, worried about this. Now, he might have noticed it when he went to drop these. Did he? No, I don't think he noticed it yet. Nothing on land yet. And the naval control pretty even still to this point. Neither person has galleon. Both players just making fast fires. I would love to see even regular demolition ships. Yeah. Boom, boom. Yes, this is what you got to do. Even though they're not heavy demos, they're still dealing enough damage to make it well worth it. You can see. Don't hit that one. It's almost dead. Let a ship take care of that one, maybe. A regular ship, and... guess you got to. But castle's up. Oh, Trebuchet is out. Second castle being dropped. I like this. 2 castles. Gonna win the Treb war when you got 2 castles. Gotta go ahead and start that trebbing. Drop a siege workshop. Get some bombard cannons out. Do you have chemistry? I don't see chemistry up there, so I don't know. Both players have bracer, but neither player is making ships that use bracer. They're just making fire ships, and Red's maintaining enough of a lead on water for this play to work, and going to be repairing this castle. And Trebuchet, I would say he's going to win that, and he's winning water. Red, you 105 me, bud. I will beat you. And these ships just sitting here, they look like they're sailing. I think they must have glitched out a little bit. It's unfortunate. And he's on the center island. Red is. Now, I would have loved to see a center island castle and then Trebs from here, but I don't know if that's quite far enough. Ooh, that got a little close. And this Treb should be on this castle as well. I don't know what it's firing on, It's firing on houses. That's not what you need to be firing on. And red, green trying to make a big comeback on water, but having about 8 ships back here, 4 ships, 5 ships out of position does matter. But green making the comeback on water now has the water lead. And, oh, but he sails in under the castle and able to snipe off a Treb with some fire ships. That's huge. It's massive. Absolutely massive. I would love to see maybe some more Trebs added. I don't know. Come on. I'm rooting for red, in case you didn't know, just because of the 105. You know, you 105 it, dude, and it's not over. It doesn't feel great. I had somebody 105 me when it wasn't over. I wasn't thrilled. I'm not going to tell you what my reaction was, because it was might have been a little petty. So don't do that. But, and yeah, fire ships, they don't do enough. Houses being added. Green is pop capped, badly pop capped. That's not what you want to see if you're green. And this castle going to be dropping down. So Genoese crossbowmen now. But here comes the navy of green. But red's navy heading over to the docks. I don't love that. He just patrolled these demolition ships in, and they wasted themselves on the docks. Now, another castle should be added here. This is going to get a little hairy if no castle gets added here. Now, add stables. Add stables. Light cav? Dude, light cav in this situation would be epic. Because that's what... Yes, the demolition ships get some big hits in. Add stables. Take control here. Add stables. Light cav. Knights even. I mean, just make it work. And red continually going for these docks, saying you can't reinforce. Well, make sure you can't reinforce. And red again with the military lead. A little bit of that is on land, and it's going to be condottieri. I forgot about that. Condos definitely makes more sense than light cap for our Italian players. But are we going to see the condottieri? Yes, we're seeing the condottieri from each. Now, upgrades for these players. We're not seeing any land upgrades just yet. We're going to want to see those as the condottieri are rolling out. Two docks still remaining there, and more docks are going to need to be added, but housed again, pop capped again. These houses are going down so fast that they keep getting housed. Castle being added, that's important. The condottieri are coming out. A bombard cannon here to try and snipe off the Trebs. Bombard cannon along with the castle, going to keep that position safe for now. I still would like to say that, you know, interesting. A couple fast fires, but the docks are all going down for green. Red has transitioned this land pressure, which still is going on, by the way. It's not over yet, into water control, and it's going to be chopping away at some of green's wood. And that's pretty important. And the more you get your opponent focused on land, the better your chances are on water. Green has a pretty massive eco lead, though. It's pretty crowded, but a pretty massive one nonetheless. And lots of condottieri should be added, but the eco is just not there for red. Red does need a bit more eco than this. He's going to lose this whole land foothold, but still maintaining the water foothold. And I would love to see some cannon, chemistry coming out. That's what I was going to say. That's what we need to see next, is some cannon galleons. Because your land attack here is going to die. It's creating more villagers. Your land attack's going to die completely. All right. It's adding, yes, good plays by red. Definitely, I would say a weaker technically player. Ooh, red finds this wood line. These are going to be some dead villagers. A technically weaker player, but still a very capable player. And keep these villagers alive and annoying as long as possible, you know? And chopping wood from your opponent, that's pretty valuable. An onager out here would be hilarious. Now, I would really love to see a central castle. And I think that's what he's going to do here. He's got the villagers out there getting ready to go. Now, the ships are Yeah, their ships are definitely in favor of red at the moment. But it's just awkward. Not producing Condottieri fast enough. Condottiero are dying. The water pressure's dying. That's alright. Or the land pressure, sorry. The land pressure's dying. I think that's alright. That's not what matters. At the end of the day, this is still a water map. You've got to clear these ships up that are all over your base. That's kind of important. Got to get the water back up. And green. Green somehow still holding on water and seems to be taking the water advantage. More docks, more eco. However, if this turns into a wood game, red's taking a bit of green's wood. Don't know what that means. Enough for a castle in the center, and that could be pretty important. Getting this castle up, yes, and he's got everybody there to do it. Everybody. That's important. He's got the extra gold, that means, as well. And the demo ships coming in. Yes. Red, I think, is making the better strategic decisions. Green is making the better mechanical plays. And yet, now we've got a castle here. Now, we've got to get cannon galleons involved. And so who adds cannon galleons? Who can afford to add cannon galleons? And who spent more on land versus who spent more on water? And finally, the ships around Red's Island have been cleared up, but a lot of damage done there. The Eco KD only 35 to 40, so pretty even there overall. As these two trebuchets still there, but that's all about to go down. So this Treb can't quite reach. Very important note that Treb can't reach. And I think some cannon galleons mixed in behind the fast fires would be pretty massive right now. Ooh, watchtower. So we're going to be seeing ballistic shipwright. We should see heated shot. We should see guard tower. We should see keep. I like this play. Like this play a lot. And this would, you know, these few trees might matter sometime. Yep. Getting these fast fires back in under. And the Treb, oh, that's nice. The Treb is going to put some work in. Now, these towers might be a little close. Treadmill crane coming in. That's nice. And yeah, okay, so that's just firing off on the ships. I was going to say, that seems ambitious. And I would love to see transport back and add some towers across here. Now, weirdly enough, Genoese crossbows do damage ships. Maybe not. Thought they did. Maybe they don't. No, they don't. Okay, never mind. I thought their bonus damage applied to ships. I'll take it back. Now, green. With the bigger military, with the bigger economy, the question is, who runs out of wood first? And if we look at this, over here for red, in red's control, we have 15,000 wood. And in green's control, we have 17,000 wood. That feels wrong, but that's the way it is. Now, guard tower is being added, and that's in range of the cannons from the other side. Not what you want to see. Galleon being added now for red. And these fast fires are going to be finding a lot of damage. You need to add docks. That's one thing that red is doing poorly. He's not adding docks. He needs to add docks all around here. There should be a dock area. And sailing his ships in under the castle. It's the KD. The KD's really close, though. And now he's just losing all his ships for nothing. They're not even sailing out. You've got to pay attention to these things. All these little details now matter. And I have to assume heated shots in, right? Heated shots definitely not in. And there's elite cannon galleon coming in for green. And I have to say green is making just the better plays, and the strategic decisions are over, right? I mean, the only decisions left are when to get cannon galleons and how many to make. I think that's it. And these towers are doing nothing because you don't have heated shot. You have to get heated shot up against fast fires. These towers are not worth it. But they're doing very little damage. 2 damage a shot. And with the gold deficiency, or sorry, the wood deficiency that, now you can see these, they're firing off 2 damage a shot pretty constantly, and a couple trade cogs have been added. Obviously that's an accident, but the elite cannon galleon is out to start dealing with these keeps. So all of a sudden this puts red into a position where he has to take bad fights, and that's never the position you want to be in. Like right now, he's backing up. You've got to get heated shot. This would be such a different fight if you had heated shot. This game going to green so much later than green had expected, but going to green nonetheless. I just don't see a good way for red to come back from this with less wood. Now, I will say green is using up the wood at a pretty ridiculous rate, right? Like, now his wood is down to 5k, and red's wood is, oh yeah, red is at 9k. So red has a lot more wood now, has the center gold control. So what's the gold situation? Oh, green's out of gold. Green is out of gold. That changes everything. That changes absolutely everything. I wasn't paying attention to all these little details. These strategic choices that red has been making throughout the game are now coming in clutch. And 3 elite cannon galleons do a lot of damage. But red is going to be able to make ships a lot longer than green is. 95 on wood, and he's selling wood for gold. So what else are you going to do? Now, I would delete all the farms. 36 farms, gone. You don't need any food anymore. You're not making any new researches. You need no food. And red does have a KD lead. While green has the score lead and the position lead in a lot of ways, the gold's gone now. So this position doesn't matter so much. The gold's gone. It's just the trees. And look at green. Green's dead. Red's done it. Red's done it, guys. Red has done it. You can't win without wood or gold, and 65 villagers on gold. That gold is going to be gone so soon. And red, now with a larger economy. Sorry, with a larger military. Red, with 1,500 gold that green doesn't have. Red, with remaining wood on his island. Not a lot. Not a lot. Go here. Chop that wood. And green, he's got everything cleared out. And he's adding farms. Why are you adding farms? Farms are a bad thing right now. And there's even gold somewhere. Red is still mining gold somewhere. Where is he getting gold? Now, he's got 3 gold miners. Yeah, he's not mining gold. He had 3 gold miners. And the relic situation. Let's see. We got 3 relics to 2 relics. No, to 1 relic. Whoa. 3 relics to 1. But here we go. This is massive. This is the play that green has to make to win the game. This has to work. Transporting. Now the cannons. Next, it's got to be the villagers. But here comes Red's navy. Red has had enough. And what do you do on the land? Like, as long as you don't kill this monastery, this game goes back to Red. And Red, just take the fight, Red. Adding walls. Adding time. Take the fight, Red. And yeah, even taking that. Red, take the fight. You've got such a big lead. Red, it's 93 to 50 military. Take the fight. Now, you do have to deal with this. Okay, he's adding a siege workshop for bombard cannons of his own. You do have to deal with this just a little bit. But my goodness, man, take the fight. And green needed to transport 50 villagers and drop some buildings or something. It's the only way this is going to work out. Siege workshop is up now. Bombard cannon needs to come out. Fortunately, 2 bombard cannons don't do a whole lot of damage in a hurry. Gonna repair that. Red with the score lead. Red just has to deal with this. Alright, that's it. That's all he's worried about. And this wood is the only wood remaining on the map, essentially. And Red has control of it. You could repair this, Red. Not really. I like it. I like it. He's moving the relics to the central island. He says, I've got water control. So he's going to move the relics. One bombard cannon went down. And Red's going to lose this one. Not microing right now. Does lose it. He comes back. What are you doing? It's transporting around back up to here. Onto that wood. Now, Red dropped the 105 on the man. Kill this army and drop the 105 on him. He's going to kill the bombard cannon. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Oh, yeah, he's absolutely going to do it. And you don't need these villagers for anything else. He's not going to do it. It's not going to work. Is it going to work? Okay, bombard cannon's got to go down, right? It's too far away from the crossbowman. He's back up on this side. 86 military. Where is it? All right there? Huh? No. It's also here. Okay, that's done. Villagers up here now. That's the only place left. And, oh, the bombard cannon stayed alive. Oh, boy. What are these guys going to do? Green, please. Please give it up. The relics are out, though, and that matters. Villagers coming forward. Uh-oh. These villagers are going to be trying to drop a monastery. And that matters, too. You can drop a monastery and take control of that. I don't think he can hold it, though. Right? He just doesn't have the resources. 1,500 food versus 1,500 food. There's a little bit more for KW. Yep. It's a monastery. And that would change the game again. Green, Red, you can't let this happen. Please, Red. You cannot let this happen. Monastery's up. Condos are coming out. 4 of them. Need more. Okay, more being built. Need about 10 of them. These ships are camping these relics. I don't know if these relics can be grabbed or not. One did get grabbed. Don't know that the others are going to be able to be grabbed. No. Now it can, though. It did squirt far enough away. Here come the condos. The villagers trying to quick wall the condos out. Not going to happen. The condos are in on the Genoese crossbowmen. Is it enough? It's not enough. No upgrades. No upgrades. The bombard cannon's down, though. And the barracks is still here. Right. And there's no way for green to reinforce this. And it was enough. It was just enough. Yeah. It was enough. It was enough. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, drops the 105 right back on him. Oh, no. What are we going to witness? Guys, is green going to be a jerk? Green, don't do this. You've lost. Green, you have lost. Alright? This game is over for you. Green, you unbelievable jerk. Like, there's levels of things, okay? But on islands, you don't do this because you're unbelievable. That Siege Workshop's not going to work out. He deletes it. Good. Well done. Well done. It's going to steal the farms off. I love that. And 1 cannon galleon, and now, okay, forging squires. It's like, dude, I will actually do this. I've got 3 relics. You've got 2. I've got no more resources, but a little bit more than you. Got 80 ships. I can't believe green is doing this to us. Like, green, really, you're a 2K player acting like a little baby. You've lost, green. You dropped the 105 on the man. He just returned favor to you. Don't be a baby. Hiding under the castle fire with all his villagers. Unreal. You're gonna need a siege workshop and a cannon. 1 bombard cannon. Maybe 2 or 3. That's it. We're gonna speed up as fast as we can because this is now just green being a little baby, and he calls the G. Not GG. It's this game. What a jerk. Don't be this guy. Alright? But Red, well played. Drop the 105 on me. I don't think so, bud. Gets the win in the end with the greater military, with the greater economy, technology, and society. Better KD ratio, more buildings destroyed, bigger army high, less eco the whole way through. But yeah, and see, this was unfair because Red, not only did he gather the central island, he gathered some of green's wood, and green still had more wood. So it was an unbalanced map in green's favor. And red still pulled it out. What a boss. But the relic gold, there it is. 3-2 relics, and green didn't pick up that second relic for a long time. Technology, you can see the imp timing. That 4 minutes there, able to swing the game right back and hold on. Almost lost it after that plenty of times. You can see, even at the end of the game, the population is actually higher. No, this is the eco? Yeah, this is eco. For green the whole way through. But that was actually what lost him the game. Because red was able to hold on, and when green ran out of steam, red still had eco left. And the castle's better for red. APM, I'm going to say, okay, dead even. I was going to say green's the faster player, and green does have some wild peaks. Definitely a faster potential player, I would say. This seems a little wild. This is wild too, but I would say these are, somewhat real. This is where he's trying to quick wall those archers in, probably. But red more steady throughout across the game. Even in the end. Even. Wow. I hope you enjoyed this. This was epic. I'm so excited that red won this game. The world is right. All's right with the world when red wins this game. When the guy who gives the 105 loses the game. And red gives it back to him in the end. And green tries to be a little baby about it, but decides he's not going to waste any more time. Finally, thankfully. Drops the G. Not even GG, just G. Well, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. If not, that's fine. We'll catch you in the next one.